Yes, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be in the world. Welcome to Crafters TV and welcome to Second Chance Sunday. Can you believe it? It's that time of the week already where we have to go back in the archives and have a look at everything that we've got on sale for you this week. It's been a busy week here at Crafters TV. My name is George Akey, going to be with you for the next 2 hours here on Second Chance Sunday. Make sure you get involved as always. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I'll be reading out some of those comments. As always, I want you to get involved. Tell me where you're watching. Tell me the strangest place. We had a person on a canal boat. Can you beat a canal boat? That's what I want to know. But I am not by myself. No. I'm with, of course, the wonderful Jan. Good evening, Jan.
Good evening, George. It's good to be back again, isn't it?
Yeah,
We're all
really
watered
good.
and fed. We've had a bit of a break, and yet there is so much on this show. It is jam-packed. So what I've done is I've just pulled one of each of the samples, because otherwise we'd have been here all night showing you them all.
Yeah.
So top of the show, we've got that lovely Year of Craft box, and this is the one that's on the cover of the magazine, which I'll show you in a bit more detail shortly. And we're going to have a go at recreating this Jan style. I've just got a couple of tweaks on it.
Yeah.
We have got 3 signature collections, no less, tonight. We've got the Nutcracker collection, which was that beautiful limited boxed edition
Gorgeous.
that I launched on Wednesday. So we've got some of that on. We've got Beautiful on there as well. So I've just picked, as I say, one of each out. So if you like those little bumblebees and that gorgeous rich yellow colour tones, that one's for you. We have also got Garden Party on there as well. So again, just that one with that lovely parasol on there depicts that collection beautifully. We've also got the little pop-out centre dies. So again, you've got the front there with the birthday wishes on, and then those little pop-out centre pieces with the twirlies in. Absolutely gorgeous. And we've got the Christmas centerpieces again, so absolutely beautiful. Again, I've just picked one of those out with the reindeer going across the sky there over those Christmas rooftops. So just one on that lovely diorama card. So lots more to come. We've got some craft kits on, all sorts of things, George, haven't we?
Absolutely.
Jam-packed.
Honestly, it is jam-packed. Look at me. I'm scared to move. I'm scared I'm going to knock something off and that my life won't be worth living. Let's say hello to a few of you. Hello from cloudy New Jersey. Hello from Washington State. Good to see you, Susan. Hello from Clearwater, Florida. And Vicky Cook, good afternoon. And Deborah, hello from Bakersfield, California. Good to see you. Well, listen, wherever you are in the world, I hope you can join us for this, because listen, we've got stuff is already limited stock. Can you believe it? Look, are you ready for this? A Year of Craft, big celebrations with over 190 elements. Is limited stock. It's priced at $34.99, $39.95. Well, that platinum price is amazing as always. Plus, there's extra 50 bonus points. Jan, what is inside our Year of Craft big box?
Oh, right. Well, we've got so much to pack into the show that I'm not actually going to do an unboxing for this one. But just to explain for those of you out there that are maybe not familiar with the system, we launched our 3-tier box at the end of last year, and then each couple of months there is a new box, or a new, I want to say box, it's actually a draw system.
Ooh.
Comes out to actually complement and basically build your stack.
Yeah.
So this one, you can see here where we've got the drawer at the front, and if I just open that out quickly, you can see that it's jam-packed full of goodies. Stamps, dies, paper, card, templates, stencils, you name it, bit of everything in there. But I'm not going to go through the box as such, but what I do want to show you is each of the boxes has got its own sort of little craft magazine.
Yeah.
So this is issue 3, and in the original system there was a beautiful binder in there, George, which houses all these. So in the first one you got lots of individual cards that were all punched to go in your binder, and then in the back there is room for the extra magazines, and they just flick in with the spine down the middle, and then they're there for you to refer to. So that card was the one that I showed you at the top of the show there. You can see the front on there.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a go at this one, but I've done a sort of slightly more pastel version of it using the same papers and things. But again, I'm not going to go through all this. Just to flick through, there are so many different
Absolutely.
you know, projects,
Yeah.
and they're all listed with what you will need and step-by-step instructions of how to recreate them. You know our angel policy here at Crafters Companion, as long as you're creating something with what we've got, then you're good to go. Templates for you to actually photocopy and use. You can cut them out, add them onto cardstock, keep them as a, you know, an extra. So lots and lots of ideas. There's a little bit on our colouring system with Spectrum Noir in there, sort of tells you what all the different pens are for, but jam-packed full of ideas. And there is also at the beginning, you've got that whole layout of what's in the box.
Yes.
Okay. So are we going to dive straight in? Shall we demo, shall we?
Yes, let's do it.
As I say, we're going to go with this one, and I've taken some of the elements out of the box ready. I'll leave this at the front here, and I've got the card that was done here. So what I've taken out of the box already then is one of the 6x6 card blanks. Okay, we've got that at the ready. And then I've taken a piece of the craft card which comes in your collection. And you can see I've actually taken a bit out of the middle to use on the top, if that makes sense. And then I've matted and layered a couple of pieces, one of the cardstock and one of the pattern papers there. That's going to sit on top. And then in there you've got a beautiful little edgeable die. Creates that gorgeous little, almost like you could use it this way up as a fence, I think.
Yeah, it looks really good.
But I'm just going to use this as decoration, and I'm going to put that underneath that second layer that we're going to pop in the middle here. So I've done that bit already, and then I've also stamped out a couple of the sentiments with the stamps. So we're going to pop one in the top of there and one in the side there. So we've got some sticking together to do. But just before we go any further, I'm just going to grab out of that box the stamp set, and I'm going to stamp out. This has got a terrific selection of floral stamps here.
Wow.
And obviously to create this one, we're going to need that beautiful sort of, it's like a peony, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert on flowers, but I do love peonies, are one of my my favourites. So we're going to take that out. Beautiful quality photopolymer stamps there. I've got my stamping platform at the ready underneath. And I have got some Nina cardstock there, which I've just taken from my stash. I think we've all got cardstock that's suitable for stamping to add to that sort of collection of goodies. So again, we'll just pop this in the middle here. And I've got some alcohol-proof ink here. I've just taken the Flagstone alcohol-proof ink with the alcohol pen on, because I'm going to use some of my pens to colour with. Whoops. Let's just straighten that out. Decided to do a little leap in the middle. There we go. So again, just to ink that one up. So if it's a large stamp, I tend to go over the top and then do the tapping. The tapping is the bit that encourages the ink out of the ink pad there. So make sure you've got a nice good coverage on there. And it's a nice sort of solid outline, this one, for colouring. It's really nice to work. Whoops. There we go. That way. And then just make sure that all that ink has transferred onto your cardstock, and then we're going to apply some colour. So just look how beautiful. Really, really nice, bold sort of image for you to work with there. So let's pop that to one side. So what I've done, because the colouring takes a little while and we've got such a jam-packed show, I've actually started. I fussy cut with my little snips, because there isn't a die for this one, but just literally fussy cut round it, just to give me the outline there, ready to put on top of the card. And I've started doing some of the colouring there. So I'm going to pop a piece underneath, and as I say, I've gone for sort of slightly more pastel tones than the original. This has got a beautiful sort of vivid pink on that one, whereas I've gone for a paler one.
Yeah.
So I've just taken a couple of my tri-blends there. I've got the green turquoise blend and the pale pink blend, and we'll just finish this little bit off. I just left a bit to do with you, because I always bring them. This is one I prepared earlier.
Absolutely.
But yeah, the Nina cardstock is beautiful for your alcohol pens. It just sort of glides across the top there, and you want to get enough down to flood that area. And I am going to do both of them. I would normally say take a small area at a time, but I think we can get away with doing both halves of that. And then I'm going to go to a darker one. We'll go to the mid-tone there. And wherever you want your shade. Now, some people like to start with the darker ones. I know when our Sarah's colouring, she starts with the darker one and then works backwards with the shades. But I prefer to flood that area with the lightest tone, and then I can see where I want to put my shading then.
It's like we were saying earlier, it's personal preference, isn't it?
It is. There's no right or wrong. You know, it's one way or the other. This is the way I was taught,
Yeah.
and I sort of stuck with it. But whatever gets your results, you know, it's not a you must do it this way kind of science. It's not, you know, you go for what suits you. So again, just that little bit of depth in there.
Lisa's asked on YouTube, what is the difference between clear stamps and polymer stamps?
Just the quality of the actual whatever it's made of.
Yeah,
the plastic, whatever it's not plastic, is it? Material's a good word, Georgina, thank you. So yeah, photopolymer is actually a bit better quality than just acrylic.
Yeah.
So what it means is that your stamps will last a lot longer if you look after them. So acrylic ones tend to be quite thin and flimsy. The photopolymer, you can feel the difference in them. When you take them off the sheet, the carrier sheets, they're actually quite substantial. So it is sort of a better quality, I would say. Same material basically, but better quality.
Yeah.
So again, I'm just going to flood those sections that I've left with the pink there. And we'll do them all at once. As I say, normally I would say just take it one small area at a time, but just for speed, I can get away with those three sections. So at home, I would normally just work on one petal at a time, just to make sure that I'd got everything how I wanted it. I do spend a lot of time colouring. It's something that I find quite relaxing.
Yeah.
I love doing it. I love the outcome, you know, again, that you've started with a piece of blank card, you've stamped it out, and then you can create these sort of designs.
And everyone's different, isn't it?
They are, yeah. I do find it, as I say, I love the adult colouring books. I love the, you know, the stamps and the colouring. I could just sit and do this sort of for an age. But
And
you can see there.
You stamped that onto Nina card.
This is Nina. Either Nina or our stamping card. You want something that's got a nice smooth surface, because if it's sort of the piece I've got underneath that I'm using as blotting is actually watercolour card, but that's very, very absorbent. So obviously the alcohol ink's going to sink into the cardstock and you haven't got the room to blend it.
Yeah.
It's quite important that you get the right card to go with. You want the alcohol to sit on top of it, which is why we use the smooth card, so that you can then move it about and blend it.
Because Susan asks on YouTube, when do you use the Nina card and when do you use stamping card?
Again, it's a little bit of preference.
Right.
A little bit of preference. They both work equally well for alcohol colouring.
Yeah.
If I'm just doing images and things like this, sort of like if it's one of like the Nutcracker collection with all the stamps in, the Gnome collection with all the stamps in, I tend to go for Nina. If I want something that's a bit more substantial, then obviously the stamping card is a thicker weight cardstock.
Yeah.
So if you're wanting something that's a bit more rigid, maybe if you're going to decoupage and things like that, a stamping card. But again, it is just a preference. If you haven't worked with them, I would suggest trying them both and just see which you prefer. Which one do you get the results with?
Yeah, absolutely.
But when people are struggling with alcohol colouring, I always ask them what kind of card they're using, because more often than not, that's the bit that's the problem. Not you as a colourist, it's usually the cardstock that you're using. Right, let's start sticking a few bits together, shall we? So we need to mat and layer. So we've got some lovely shades of patterns and papers again. There are actually 2 8x8 paper pads as well available to supplement the box, because obviously a paper is a consumable, the cardstock is consumable. So if you're going to go through all those pieces and you want to carry on using your box, then we've created 2 paper pads which you can, oops, I've just realised that's got a hole in the middle, stuck it to my mat. So you can actually extend, you know, the lifetime of the things in your box by buying the paper pads to just supplement and be able to keep working with it there.
Across the bottom there, 8x8 inch paper pads collect celebration with 48 sheets, $9.99 or $12.95. You will add them into your basket.
So we're going to pop that one on the bottom, and all the details for this are in that magazine. So I've not gone into detail too much with all the mats and layers and the sizes, because you've got a step-by-step instruction in that magazine. Or I say magazine, it's I think that's probably, it's more like a booklet, a craft booklet. I think a magazine's doing it an injustice, to be honest. And then this one, I'm just going to pop some of that double-sided tape, because I want to attach this to the bottom of my piece there, just as an extra decoration.
Yeah.
So that one's going to go in the middle. But before I stick that down, again, I've stamped these and I've left more cardstock than what I would normally do, so that I can stick them behind there. So again, we'll pop those in position and then stick the whole thing down. So same with the birthday. So this one's going to go, when we've got it in position there, this one's going to tuck in behind there. And the birthday, and these are all out of the box. That font on the birthday is beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, that.
So again,
It's like calligraphy, isn't it? Proper
it is, yeah. That one's going to go in the side of there. So again, now we've got all those in place, we can add adhesive on the back. So like if you were watching us earlier when we had the subscription box on, so the only thing that you really need to add to these kits is some form of adhesive. It's got so many different things in there for you to play with that really all we need to pop with it is some adhesive to stick things together. And again, matter of choice, whether you use the tape pens, whether you're a wet glue person, whether you like the actual double-sided tape, whatever it takes. And then there was a set of, these are the scalloped and the circular dies from the original box. There was a set of nesting dies. So again, I've just used those as it's suggested in the instructions there. So we're going to stick those down. Oops, pop that one down on the centre there. And you can build this up with the foam pads if you wish. I'm going to put foam pads under my stamped image, so I'm going to keep these ones, and I've just edged this with a little bit of pink ink. It was originally white. You can just see, to build in with those colour tones, just a little bit of pink on there. And again, we'll get some foam pads out then to pop this one across the middle
gorgeous.
there.
That flower is gorgeous.
It's lovely, isn't it? I mean, you could actually go ahead and add some of your clear overlay sparkle pen on it to give it a little bit of a shimmer. That would look nice as well. So again, you know, once you've got those, just make sure you've got the right inks. I think we should be okay with two there.
A lot of you are looking forward to receiving this. You've already ordered it and can't wait to get started on this. And some of you going, I've just bought it because I need it in my basket. There's so much in here for the money that it's just such a worth. But listen, stocks are dwindling. If you want this, it's going to be limited stock very, very soon. I've got a feeling this may sell out before the end of the show. So make sure if you are having this, you've got it today. Loads of you waiting for it to receive and land on your doorsteps. That's what they're called. So make sure you come back and watch us when you received it, and you can have a go at making this incredible card. Like Joan said, everything is there inside this box for you to make.
Right, so I've just got a little piece of ribbon from one of the other boxes, and this is the idea of this system, is that you've got elements in the other boxes. They're not just one-off boxes that you use for that particular theme.
Yes.
These build on with each other so that you can dip back in. So as I say, the nesting dies, the ribbons were in one of the other boxes there. So the only thing else that's on there, which I've not actually got to hand at the minute, is there's some of the little dewdrop pills on there. So again, that was my version on the paler side. I like the pastel shades, and then we've got that gorgeous in-depth one there with a little bit stronger colour shades on there. And that was literally my take on what was on the front of the brochure there. But inside, I'm not sure, I can't remember which page it's on, but you've actually got the details in here to actually make the card.
Absolutely.
Don't think it's far in. That was a slightly different one, I think. Yeah, close. There's a couple. I'll find it and I'll show it you later. I will find it. It is in there. So yes, I'll show you that one.
Perfect. Well, that comes in the box there for you, that entire brochure there, allowing you to create some amazing ideas and so many different things. And like Jan said, you can get the paper pads if you want to complement what you've bought there in the year of the craft box. Head there and add those paper pads into your collection. 8x8 inch paper pads. Right, there's so much love coming in today, so many things. We've got so much happening. Look what's happening coming in next. So we've got bees. Actually, should we do the Nutcracker collection? Yeah, let's do the Nutcracker collection. That'd be great. I've got 315 elements in the Nutcracker collection here for you. This got launched the other day and it is flown out of the shop. You guys have absolutely loved this. $39.99, $44 a year, saving yourself over 10%. But look at that platinum price. It's easy for me to say. Platinum price, $31.99, $35.84, and those 50 bonus points as well. And let's have a look what else we've got coming up for you today on Second Chance Sunday. These wonderful centerpiece dies. I was here when they launched alongside Sarah and Becky, and you guys loved them then and still loving them now. You've got the 6 elements, you've got the twig of holly, you've got the night before Christmas, you've got the ivy, all the different elements, plus those 12 sheets of acetate, allowing you to make something so good. £41.50. Platinum prices as well, $32.80, $40. Stateside. Then we've also got the pop-out scene stamp and die collection. Also lovely. So many different things. Die collection with 92 elements, £50 and $60, $13.92. You save yourself a massive saving there, and that platinum price of £40 and $48. And listen, if you, like so many of you, serial crafters I call you, you've got this red liner tape collection. Look at that for a bargain. $20. You always need red liner tape in your life. $40, and that platinum price, again, saving yourself 20% on that. Then as well, we've got this beautiful collection. Looking at this in more detail, I mean, this bumper collection, the garden party complete collection, over 102 elements, 120 sheets of paper, £125, $180. Now, if you're looking at all that and thinking, I'm not sure if that's all for me, don't worry. We've got some bundles a little bit later on for you to have a look at and see what fits you. But head to the website and shop the show, see what is happening and see if you can have a look. But listen, there's so much in the platinum price. Do you know what? I think already we need to take a quick 5 minutes and get those baskets checked out, because there's so much going to be limited stock this evening you need to be checking out. Have a look at this and we'll see you on the other side.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Yes, welcome back to Second Chance Sunday. It's all right, good little boogie. Second Chance Sunday with me, George Aiken. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome back. So much happening in this show. So many different items. Now, we've got this huge collection right here next to me on my right-hand side. The beautiful complete set with 73 elements and 48 sheets of paper and 24 sheets of card. Now, that is priced at £99, $140. That platinum price is incredible. Let me take you a closer look at what you are getting in this set. So many different items that I love. You've got this wonderful Be Happy die cut as well. So beautiful that. Imagine that on the edge there. You can make bookmarks out of that. And you've also got the bees and flowers embossing folder. Again, so simple, and I love bees. I don't know what it is about bees. I think there was one in Manchester. I know that Manchester has a symbol of the bee. The bumbling in the flowers, again, a beautiful die there for you. So simple, and yet just that yellow and black, and how effective that is for what it does. Then you've got the Sweet As Honeycomb. Again, another incredible die that you're getting there in this set. And then, I mean, what do we love? We love stamps, don't we? Of course we do. The beautiful sentiments that you're getting in there. Look at that, just that wonderful, beautiful, be happy. Honey is where, home is where honey is, be kind. Oh, so beautiful and so elegant. Again, more embossing folders for you. Bees in nature. This beautiful embossing folder there with that honey pot ink on that beautiful yellow card there, allowing you to create something so stunning. And then as well, we've got more stamps for you. This is a great set. I absolutely love it. Build a bee. Look at that, so much stuff. You can build your very own bee with the wings and the body. Imagine that mixed media on that, whether you're using inks and cards and everything that you may be using. Then as well, you've got the bee blooms. Again, more dies and stamps working together like bees, in fact, to create something amazing here for you. Again, with those inks and those stamps, look at what you could be creating there with this. And as well, the lonely bee. Oh, poor lonely bee. There we are. Oh, sorry, honey bee, should I say? I can't read my own writing. The honey bee, that is a lonely bee. I thought it was a lonely bee. I've got in the garden one of those bee things for lonely bees. There, you even put them in the garden, and the little bees with the isolator can live there. There we are, the honey bee. And then, do you know what I love more out of this than anything? I love that honeycomb stamp there. That honeycomb stamp. Imagine what you could do with that. How many different things you can use that for. Stamps and the dies, again, working together. And I love this as well, to complement it all, the flowers that go with it as well, the beehive, all the different hives and the different flower. Beehive yourself, that's what I say. So much love there. And as well, alongside all that different media that you're getting inside, I've got to move it because I'm really scared I'm going to knock something over. Alongside all that, you are getting these incredible paper pads. Look at the thickness in these paper pads that you're getting. All these different sheets of paper that you are getting, and you're also getting the cutouts as well. At the back of each sheet, you'll get the little pop-outs so you can create wonderful little things. Let me show you in a bit more detail the different kinds of paper that you are getting in your pack. Again, you're getting all these beautiful solid colours. Imagine what you can create with these. There's wonderful blues and yellows and whites and greens, allowing you to create some amazing things. And then, alongside all of that, are these wonderful sheets of card. Look at this, sorry, let's make it that way for you. Again, these beautiful flowers and bees all complementing it. So many different images, so many different colours. Over 48 sheets of paper and 24 sheets of card. Look at that. And it's double-sided. I don't know what you're going to go for first. So much love for this, and so many different sheets of paper that are going to be going into this. What an amazing set. Imagine all the things you can make this. Imagine summer fairs, and imagine if you make your own jams. I don't know why that's in. Make your own labels for jams. Jan, what are we saying about our beautiful collection?
Honestly, these have been put together to make life easier as a crafter. So Nature's Garden, I think, are like a mini signature collection, sort of. And everything in there is meant to work together. So whatever you take from that paper pad, the papers are going to mix and match beautifully. They coordinate with the cardstock. It's pearlized cardstock in there. And you've got stamps, dies, you name it. So we're going to pop together a card. And I've just picked out just a couple of elements, to be honest, from that set. So I've taken the Lonely Bee there, George.
The Lonely Bee. I've named it, renamed it.
Renamed it, yeah. The Honeybee one, which is actually a set of stamps and dies. So in here, you've got that gorgeous honey pot. We're going to start, we've got the little hive there. I'm not going to stamp these out because there's some other bits that I want to show you, but I've already done the little beehive there. Okay, and I've also stamped out 2 or 3 of the little bees there as well that are flying. So again, just coloured them in with the markers, and this is on that Neenah cardstock again. A couple of sentiments in there, and then you also get the metal elements to cut out all the different pieces apart from the abstract honeycomb stamp there. So you've got the honey pot, the hive. I don't know whether this has got a proper name, the bit that goes in the pot to grab the honey. The drooler. And then you've even got it for the sentiments and the little bees as well. So I've done all that ahead of time for us because, as I say, I wanted to get onto the actual designing. And then this one, I love this. This is actually a little border die. So it's got a cutting edge all the way around. It cuts you out a piece here, and that's what we're going to do first, just to show you how that one works. So I've got a little strip of that lovely yellow satin. It's almost like a satin sheen to it. It's beautiful. And we're going to pop this one on here with a bit of tape and run that one through our Gemini just to get that cut out. And we're going to use this as like an edgeable. I'm going to put it behind my card to give us like a pop-up detail on it. So again, just those normal sat plates sandwich in there. I've got the junior plates with the shims, and then I'm just going to pop that through my large Gemini. And I brought my card in here. I've got a 6x6 card blank that I've made, and I've scored it in half to make an ordinary card, and then I've actually taken a piece out of it. So let's just show you one thing at a time. So on here, if I take this out, just move the tape for a second, and then you've got release holes in the back of the die. So just be careful not to tear it, because there are some delicate parts in there, but once it's started being released there, you can see it just sort of rolls out of the die, and I'll clean that one afterwards. But I just think you get a gorgeous result every time, regardless of whether you colour it in the yellow or you do it in the darker cards. You might want to do it in matte black card or another pearlized card. So let's pop those to one side.
Oh, it's called a honey dipper, wand or drizzler.
A drizzler. No, you were close with a drooler then, weren't you?
I don't know if I was talking about myself then. I'm a drooler when I sleep, you know. Yeah, honey dipper, wand or drizzler. TMI. Honey drizzler.
Dear. So yeah, what I've done is I've scored it in half to fold it at the top, and then scored it to fold again, and then I've used one of my circle dies to cut a hole, and we're actually going to make like a little, it's like a tent design there.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put some details in the gap just here. So what I wanted to do first, I've cut some mats and layers out ready, and that's using that beautiful yellow. I love this yellow colour. It's such a gorgeous shade.
Yeah.
And then part of the papers that I've popped as a mat and layer. So we'll put this one inside, and then I've got some slimmer layers to go on the other pieces. So this one's going to go in the bottom there with that lovely floral piece showing there. So that one, again, just slightly smaller to leave a little border around the edge there for the card blank. And then because we're going to see through this window, I want to put a piece underneath. So I've got a plain piece to go, and this is the reverse side of this paper. So you get that gorgeous abstract pattern on the reverse side. Sometimes it's hard to know which ones to actually use. You know, me and tape pens. Every time I come here, George, I've got a bit of a thing about tape pens running out.
Right.
And these are all dotty ones.
It's probably me. I've probably nicked it from my cards and everything today.
Okay, so again, this one's going to go on that back panel so that when we look through that little window, there's some decoration behind there. And then I've actually done one which I've measured out ready and cut the circle out of it to go on the front. But just before I do that, I want to pop a little piece of acetate in the back there. In fact, I'm going to put the acetate on the back of the card here, and I've just put some red line tape on there just to get that anchored inside.
Yeah.
And then some of those elements that I've stamped and coloured, we're going to use as embellishments. So this bit's just going to cover that little gap. And if you don't like seeing the workings behind it, you could always pop another piece of cardstock, cut the hole out again, and actually sandwich that in between. But just for the purpose of demoing, I think that's going to work there. And then what I want to do, before I stick this one on here, I want to trap this behind it so that when we actually stand it up, this one pops up like an edgeable.
Yeah.
So again, I've just put a thin piece of red line tape on the back of here, and then we're just going to have to trim a little bit out from inside that circle. So on here, I'm going to lay that down and just bring that one up. Don't want to cover up too much of those bees, like so. And then a little bit of trimming. I'll just grab my big scissors for the edge there, because I want to bring it level with the edge of my panel there. Oh, sorry, chopped his little legs off. Oh, there we go. We're supposed to be looking after the bees, not chopping them up, Jan. And then I'm going to take just chopped his legs off. He's not going to get very far now, is he? Oh dear. They're laughing at me because I'm talking to the bees now.
That's so, we've got to name them. Bit of flying.
There we are, look. So we've just got that one. And then when I stick this on here now, I'm just going to stick the actual piece that's the back of the matten layer and not that top piece there.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is when we actually stand this up, we're going to have that equivalent of like an edgeable there. So the idea is that this is going to fold here and you've got that lovely sort of
That's gorgeous.
pop-up piece at the top there.
Yeah, love it.
Right, so inside there then I was going to go with the little beehive in the window. So again, did I put something on the back of there? I did, look. Sometimes I surprise myself, George, I get that organised. Okay, so that one's going to go in the back like so. In that little window.
Peg Conrad on Facebook, she's put, hi guys, canning beans, so no commenting today. Sorry, you're canning beans. What do you mean
Canning beans?
Like if you were, I wish someone was like, sorry, no commenting, I'm looking after the bees. Canning beans. She said, I do it, she said, I do enjoy George. Yeah, beans.
Like beans.
The beans,
so putting beans in a can.
That's what I mean, but
Yeah.
I can't. What kind of beans? Jelly beans? That's what I want to know. I feel bad because she went, I really love George. And I was like, oh, great to see you. And I'm going, what do you mean by canning beans? Let's look at that detail more than anything else. Oh, lovely to have you, Peg. Thank you very much.
And then I've just stamped and cut out a couple of those little bees. We'll have one flying around up there. And then the other two I've left flat. We can probably get a little bit of tape pen on the back of those. And I'm going to use those on that bottom section. I've just put my sentiment on to hold it open. So it's like an easel card, but without the front on it.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have these. Oh, choices.
It looks like it's flying.
Yeah, choices. We'll have one there and I've got 1, 2. I'm going to put the other one on the bottom there so that we've got a little bit of composition going. So again, just when we stand that up, if I turn that round for our George, you can see there, it's like a tent fold, but we've used this one. And if you think this is a little bit fragile, you can always do it double and stick 2 layers together. You could even put white behind it. Or if you put one of the darker colours, you could do the little drop shadow effect, so it's got that shadow behind it. But it works absolutely fine, and it folds down flat to pop in a 6x6 envelope there. So that's the Beautiful collection.
Beautiful. Okay. Let's remind you of that Beautiful collection. It is stunning. Remember, that card will be going for demo of the day and demo of the show as well, maybe a little bit later on. So let's remind you of the Beautiful complete set here with 73 elements and 48 sheets of paper paper and 24 sheets of card. We've got loads of elements. You've got the die cutting, you've got the stamps, you've got the embossing, you've got so many different elements. Plus, that beautiful card that you've got there is absolutely stunning. And they're about 12 by 12 different, so much stuff for you. Okay, let me look through it in a bit more detail for you here. You have got the amazing boards. You've got the bee honey here, this beautiful die cut here for you. Again, absolutely stunning what Jan's just used there. Look at what it did in Beautiful. Then you've got the bees and flowers embossing folder for you there. Again, creating something we do all the hard work for you so that you can do something so good at the end of it. Then as well, we've got the bumbling in the flowers. Again, another great die, allowing it for it all to be cut out. Now look at that on that yellow and black. That's all we've done. And already that'd be a great simple card. I know you guys do so much more with that, but again, just so simple in the yellow and black. Then we've got the sweet as honeycomb. Again, another yellow and black. Looks so effective, just like that. The Beautiful sentiments. Again, these stamps. Look at them. You've got the wonderful phrase. You've got sweet as honey. Be nice. Be honey. Be happy. Be you. You're the bee's knees. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Again, so much love for it. Bees in the nature. Again, another great embossing folder. Again, straight through the Gemini, look at what you're creating. Then again, you can build your own bee. Imagine that with the kids, how much they'd love it. You can build your own bee there. Imagine the mixed media, you can do that, maybe some clear wings or something with acetate, allowing you to create something a bit 3D with mixed media. And then the bee blooms. Again, the dies and the stamps working together to create some amazing items. You've got the stamps, and like Jan says, the dies cut it out for you, allowing you to create some wonderful items to add to your cards or whatever you're using them for. And not the lonely bee, no, the honey bee here with with the dribbler and everything, and the honeycombs, a mixture of stamps and the dies as well.
It's going to be forever known as the Lonely Bee now,
the
that
lonely
one, George.
bee. That's it, the lonely bee. I wandered lonely as a bee. And then you got the beehive. I should beehive. There you are again with the flowers and the wonderful beehive. And as well, like we said, it comes with some amazing paper in your pack as well. Let me remind you of the beautiful sheets of card and paper. Over 48 sheets of paper and 24 sheets of card. This is your paper. Look how good this is. It's so effective and so bright. You get a 12 by 12 sheets here, again with the honeycombs, all the different items. Remember, look at these, what you can pop out here. Again, cut these out and you've got 6 by 6 cards already straight away. That there, again, double-sided as well. So much paper here. And as well, you've got another pad in here as well with more bee themes. You've got the honey pots, you've got all the flowers. Again, double-sided. I think, you know, sometimes it's hard enough to choose which side of the paper you wanted to go for. And as well, you've also got this wonderful cardstock. Those colours all complementing the black, the nice brown, this beautiful yellowy mustard colour, the whites and the pages there with the green. So much stuff. So let's give you a stock update on the year of craft. Less than 10 remaining in stock. Look, this could be your last opportunity to get this today. Jan showed you at the top of the show of what you're getting in there, this beautiful set. You're getting all the different items, plus all that inspiration, which is just amazing. So many different things that you can create here with this beautiful stock. And remember, there's less than 10 left in this. If you want it, get it. Now remember, you can get the pads of paper to complement this. You don't need to have the box to get the paper. You get the 8x8 paper pad celebration with 48 sheets, $9.99 or $12.95. Remember, that's there for you and that platinum price as well. Alternatively, you may go for the celebration solids with 36 sheets. £12.99, $14.95, and that wonderful platinum price as well, $10.39, $11.96. Beautiful. Remember, listen, go and get that because that is running out. If you want the year of craft, make sure you go and get it. Okay, Peg has involved me. She has informed me of what she means by canning beans. Okay, so I picked green beans from the garden, snip them, break them into pieces, put them in mason jars, pour boiling water into the jars, process them in a pressure canner, and they are preserved for years. Well, I'm glad I asked. Right, so, I'm joking. Good to see you, Peg. If you want to send me some, I'm always up for free food. Looking for it. Right, so, again, were you here the other day? Did you see the wonderful Nutcracker collection? I have fallen in love with this collection. Priced at that as well today, saving yourself 10%. Jan, please enlighten me with the Nutcracker collection.
Honestly, again, special limited edition, this one. Sarah chose to actually put this collection together. I'm just going to bring the box in and show you to actually put this in one of our, it's the same size as the subscription boxes and things like that, but everything you need in there, 315 elements, and you've even got him on the end. Look, so if you have this stacked on your shelf, you can see straight what it is. But what we were saying when Joe and I launched this on Wednesday was, because it's a limited edition and it's in a box, there will be no reconfiguration. So what I mean by that is when we often show the signature collections, it starts out as the whole bundle. More often than not, the paper pads sell out first. So then we have to reconstruct that bundle and make it smaller and bring it back to you at a different price. Then you maybe lose a die out of the collection, so we reconstruct it again and bring it back to you. This can't happen with this one. It is what it is, and it comes in the box, and once that box is sold out, it's gone forever. We won't be reprinting it. There may be something similar in future, you know, sort of along the same lines with a different theme, but this particular one, once the boxes have sold out, that's going to be it. So I think it's a little bit of a keepsake to say that you actually had the first one. I think there will be more to come. I don't know that for definite, but I've just got a feeling with the way this has been received. And what a great way to actually store them. I know I've always been looking for ways to store my signature collections. I tend to keep them together so that I know that they work together, but this is just such a lovely way of actually storing it. So just to give you an idea of a few of the design team samples. So we've got easel cards there, the rocking horse and the presents there are stamps. They've got the little mouse king at the bottom there. If you're not familiar with the Nutcracker story, have a look online and just have a search for it.
It's gorgeous.
It'll tell you. This one's actually part of the paper pad. I just think there are some stunning images. You've got 8x8 papers in there, and just with the addition of a sentiment and the little mouse at the bottom there, he's actually on the paper. Just, you know, you can use the rest of the paper like we've done in the background, but bring this one as a focal point. It doesn't have to be all singing, all dancing. But again, you know, if you like stamping, which I know I do, I love stamping all these images out. You've got the grandfather clock there, the little rocking horse. The tree was actually part of the paper, which has been fussy cut out there. That lovely Christmas wishes, the stamp and the little label die are in there for you.
Yeah.
We've got the Sugar Plum Fairy. She's part of the storyline there. So again, being coloured in beautifully. Most of the stamps have got their own matching die. I think she's the only one that hasn't. So the Nutcracker and the clock and the horse and everything have all got matching dies. Again, this one's part of the paper pack, so bring it forward, make it part of the design, and then you've got the extra pieces inside there. Those poinsettias are gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, we've got Clara there, who's the main feature in the story. She's the one that wishes for the Nutcracker to come to life there. Again, detail in the back, part of the paper pad there, and you've got that extra piece underneath to write your sentiment there. Absolutely beautiful. And then we've also got embossing folders and stencils in there. So that one's been embossed, and then the stencils used to highlight those gorgeous curtains and the bed there from the bedroom where the story takes place. Absolutely beautiful. So I've prepared a demo for you. I did some demos the other day when we launched it, so I've got another one ready for you today, and I've got a lot of the things stamped out ready, but I will show you if you haven't come across this before. Whoops, those are bits that were left over from the other day. Let me just grab the stamp set and the dies, because those are the main, along with the papers, they're the sort of main elements. So you've got here, don't need those bits. Just look how much there is.
I know, it's crazy.
8x8 stamp set, and there's literally no space for anything else. So you've got Clara there, you've got the Nutcracker, the clock, Sugar Plum Fairy, the rocking horse, the little mouse king. Got some extra bits and pieces here.
I love that sheet music at the bottom.
I'm going to use this one in a
That's
second
gorgeous.
just to overstamp some of the papers, and then several different sentiments on there as well. Absolutely crammed. And you also get, as I say, the metal to cut out the majority of it. The only one is the Sugar Plum Fairy, and she's easy to cut around, just a fussy cut. But all the others, and you get some extras because we've got the tree on there, and I've literally just cut that one out of some of the green cardstock that's in there. I just want this one as part of the decoration in the background. I'm not going to do anything else to it. And then you've got labels as well. I love these. You've got the long thin one, which I've used and just stamped out the Nutcracker, which is on the actual stamp set, and then I've also made a little tag with the label there, stamped from the stamp set, little bit of ribbon from the kit, and those are good to go as embellishments. So I'll show you what I've done with these. Let me just turn that over again so that you can see. So we've got the clock there, who's been cut out, and you can see it leaves that lovely edge round it, which allows them to stand off your paper. If you're not keen on that, I know some people don't like the edge round it, just take your scissors and actually cut round the edge of the stamp. But I always find personally I lose a bit because I go wobbly on the way around and maybe cut part of the clock off or something. So quite like that it's got the dies. And then you've got that beautiful little rocking horse there. So again, stamped out, coloured in with my alcohol pens. And then the Nutcracker, I've actually stamped him out more than once. I just thought he lended himself to being decoupaged.
Yes.
And what I mean by decoupage is just built up. So I've got 3 layers there. So the first layer was him in his entirety. The second layer actually stops at his jacket here, just to bring that forwards. And then the third layer is his crown there at the top, just to sort of give it a little bit more detail. So those are going to be the main embellishments that we're going to use. And the card itself is going to be like a sort of stepper card, really. So what I've done is I've just used part of my craft card, scored it so that we've got that sort of stepper at the front there. And then I've started my mats and layers. The only thing I've added to this is a little bit of gold mirror card from my stash. So the red card is from the box and the pattern paper is from the box, but I just wanted another layer behind it, and that's going to go in the back. So let's get that one stuck down first. She's here again, look. I surprise myself sometimes.
I'm very surprised.
Honestly. So we'll just take the backs off there, and just that little trick, and I still do this even now.
It's great. I
with
saw you
the
do this
tape.
earlier. I love it.
It just means, you know, if you're not so hot on getting things straight, and usually because I'm rushing, you know, especially with tape, once it's grabbed, you don't want us to start lifting it off.
Yeah.
Just leaving the little tabs here allows you to position, and then you can take the tape out afterwards. So you can hover over where you want it to go, make sure you're happy with the placement, and then just pull out the extra tabs on the double-sided tape.
It's the most satisfying thing ever.
It is, honestly, and you've got the sort of peace of mind then of knowing that it's down in the right place. And then I've done another set of layers similar to go on the front, so a little bit of the scrap that was left.
Yeah.
Again, it's just on that mirror card, just to add another layer to it. And I'm going to do the same again. I'm just going to take the tape off that end and the opposite end, so that I can then lay this along here, decide where I want it to go, and once I'm happy with that position, pop it down, and then just take those extra pieces out. So if I'm using double-sided tape, and that tends to happen, I pulled a bit too hard, so I can just go behind there and just take that tape off from the other end. I'm very heavy-handed with stuff. Yep, so we've just got that other side there and take it out the middle. So we've got our mats and layers at the ready. The reason I haven't stuck this bit down is because I want to use that lovely music score that you were talking about, George, and just add a little bit of detail on there. So I'm not going to put it on a block. I don't want a set stamp of it. I'm just going to use it like this. I've got some, it doesn't really matter which ink it is for this because I'm not going to do anything over the top of it. I just want to embellish the actual paper and just add little touches of it here and there, which is why I haven't got it on the block. So just little bits of it, just to embellish and add a bit more detail to that paper. So wherever you think it needs it, just that little suggestion that there's something going on in there, and that's all I want to do with it. So pop those to one side, and then this layer can now go on. And there's no rhyme or reason why I put tape on the back of some of them and not on the others. It's just like...
You like to live life on the edge, Jan, that's what I've decided.
Honestly, I just think sometimes I've got that much going on in my head that I'm usually start thinking about the next one. I'm busy prepping one and then thinking, right, I've got to do such and such, or the next show or whatever it is. So that one's going to go on the back there. And then literally it's just going to be a case of building up. So what I want to do with the tree is pop him here so that it's just overlapping slightly. So I just want to have my tape on this side here. I'm not too worried that it's actually overlapping a little bit. We can make a larger envelope with our envelope box, our enveloper, and or you could make a box to put it in.
Yeah.
And then literally just decide where you want things. So we're going to have the tree in the background there, so we can have some tape on the back. So that one's going to stand in front of the tree. If you wanted to decorate the tree, you can. Then we've got the little rocking horse. I just love this.
Have we named the rocking horse?
The rocking horse. I don't know whether he has a name. He probably has, you know, because they all come to life, don't they?
Of course.
In the story. So I bet he has. So we're going to pop that one. Our Georgina's on it. She's going to have a look for us.
I'm going for Geoffrey.
Geoffrey, the rocking horse.
Yeah. My middle name's Geoffrey.
What about Rocky?
Rocky the rocking horse.
Rocky the rocking horse.
See, my middle name's Geoffrey, but my full name's George Geoffrey Thomas. And when I said to somebody, my name's George Geoffrey, they went, oh, what's next, Bungle and Zippy? So I've just never kind of, if you don't know what Bungle and Zippy, it's a Rainbow's TV show here in the UK. So that's my name ruined for life.
Dear.
There you are. Right, back to crafting and the Nutcracker.
Because he's the star of the show,
He
he's
is.
coming at the front, the Nutcracker there. So I've just put tape at the bottom.
We don't think he's got a name.
And then
the rocking
last
horse.
of all, just that little piece that says Nutcracker,
I love
and we're
this.
going to put that one on here. So again, you know, this is just one design there. So you can see we've got all the details there, and then when it stands up, you've got the tent style with the fold at the top, and then the extra little step with all the details on there. So that's your Nutcracker Sara signature limited edition, special Christmas edition for you.
Beautiful, that is stunning. The Nutcracker collection with over 135 elements. You guys who have bought these, look, don't just take our word for it, listen to our other Crafters Companion family members. They will tell you how much they love this collection. It was launched on the 28th and it is selling very, very fastly. And like Jan said, once this is the set, like usually with our bundles, bits go, this is it, it's all in this set, everything here. 315 elements, $39.99, $44.80, saving yourself 10% and 50 extra bonus points. I promise you, get yourselves that. Right, centerpieces. Now, I was here along with Becky and Sarah on these launch. It was a craft along yesterday. Missed that, don't worry, it's always on YouTube. These are our beautiful centerpiece dies. Now, if you're wondering, well, what are the centerpiece dies? Well, let me tell you. The way these are designed are incredible. They do the hard work for you. Let me spin that around so you can see it properly. That is the card. As you can see, the die has been designed in a way to cut everything out while making sure it is structurally sound. These are some amazing dies and some amazing collections. First up, we've got the ornate opulent baubles. Then, I love them. This is just my favourite set, alongside Nutcracker. Sprig of Holly. I don't know how you guys do it. I wouldn't know where to start with all this crafting, all the Christmassy stuff at the minute. The cascading snowflakes. And then, look at these ones. These are just the brilliant. This is just stunning. The beautiful reindeer family. Again, like we said before, it's been designed in a way where, as you can see, the card here at the bottom, all this here has been cut out, but it's structurally sound. For when that card stands up, it has been designed in a way where it won't fall down. Then you've also got 'Twas the Night. Love it with Father Christmas or Saint Nick or Santa Claus riding through the land with his reindeers. Again, it looks flimsy in a way, but it's been designed to be structurally sound and follow the star. I love this, going back to the true meaning of Christmas. Again, so simple and so elegant. In this bundle, in this set, you are going to get yourself as well 12 sheets of acetate to go alongside that. Now, you don't need this to support your cards, but if you want to add it in there, you can do. That is there in the bundle. Don't forget, you can buy them separately if you just want to buy a couple of them. Remember, there is a great deal there, 2 for £14.50 or $18. But the best deal you're going to get is if you buy the entire bundle today, get yourself the entire set. Right, pop out scenes, loads of love for these as well. Again, I saw these earlier, I love it. I'm quite new to crafters, I'm learning all the time. Some of the stuff that we've got here is, I think, some of the best in the business, and I know you guys will agree with me on that one. This is a great set, again, so many different items here, and just, I think sometimes you've got to look at it, how much use are you going to get out of this? Looking at all these items here, you're going to get so much use out of this. The secret garden there with the stamps and the dies, again, working alongside it. Imagine what you can create with there. You can see the butterfly there at the bottom, the dies being cut out, the dies cut out of the butterfly and then being stamped on top. That's the secret garden. Then look at this, imagine this on birthday cards, Infonations. Time to celebrate. Happy birthday to you, squashed tomatoes and stew. I love that. So why have I not? That is brilliant. Do you say that in the States? Let me know. We say happy birthday to you, squashed tomatoes and stew. Let me know if you've got any other versions there in the States. I love that. Then we've also got this beautiful country village. Enjoy the little things. Again, so simple, but again, so elegant. Imagine the things you can create with this alongside the stamps. Into the Woods. There you are, Into the Woods. There we are, so much stuff. You Are My Sun, Moon and Stars. A beautiful little set here for you. Again, look at the little deer. Then we've got party vibes, as always. I'm loving it. Look at the microphone with the die and the stamp. I'm loving this. The party, let's celebrate. Invitations, let's get back to those parties. Then our home, again, imagine someone's just moved house. Imagine that on their new card. Again, I love the size of these as well. Small little cards, small little gift tags, whatever you may use them for, a little gift bag. And then look at this, enjoy the bubbles. Again, not champagne, but the bubble bath. Again, little rubber duck. Happy birthday, Bathley. I can't read it upside down. Birthday, it is birthday bubbles. Soak up the fun. Again, so much love for that. And go camping. That is stunning. The caravan, the guitar, and the little sentiments. Travel not to escape life. So much love there for that. This is a great little set. Again, the pop-out scene stamp and die collection with 92 elements, £50 or $60. If you are Clue Inspire Platinum, £40, $48. Get that into your basket. Now, this was your Monday mega deal. Excuse me. I'm just heading behind Sarah's garden. I'm back from Sarah's Garden. We have got the red liner tape 9-roll collection. This was your Monday mega deal and you loved it so much. I'll move my hand so you can see it. It is back. All this here is what you're getting today. You are getting all the different red line tapes. 3 lots of 3mm, 3 lots of 6mm, and 3 lots of 12mm. You're not paying for the 3mm, you see all the different thickness there in the red liner tape. 9 different sets of red line tape, £20, $40. Platinum price, £16, $32. Saving yourself 25%. You're getting that 3mm for free. So much. Jan, I know you love red liner tape.
I've got mine here, George.
Look at you.
I use all 3 widths all the time. In fact, my 3mm and my 6mm are so friendly that they've actually stuck themselves together. So I've just left them like that because I don't want to upset them. But yeah, depending on what I'm doing, these are probably the one thing that I use more than anything. It is really good stuff. It's great for construction and things like that. And to have all the different sizes, it means that you're not wasting it.
Yes.
You can get into those little tiny areas where you need it. So yeah, definitely in my kit all the time. I'm forever. In fact, I'm toying with, if there's any left, of putting that in my basket because I've always, I've got spares in the cupboard ready. Right, so what we're going to do now then, we're going to have a look. We've got some card kits on the show. And now I actually got one of the handbag ones. We actually put this together, I think it was on Creative Cravings last week. So for a detailed sort of how to do this one, if you flick back just to Wednesday, which I think was the 28th of July, I actually put one of these together. But basically these are great for, again, if you're just starting out in your crafting journey, if you like to make sort of things for charities, for the forces. I know a lot of you make cards and actually give them to the charities and things. But the kit for the handbag makes 24 complete cards, and your actual card, your finished card, looks like a little mini handbag. But I'm just going to flick through this because there are several different designs. So in each one you'll get 2 pieces that make up the bulk of the design. So you've got the basic handbag here, and then you can see that you've got the wrap over top with the decoupage piece to go with it. Tons of sentiments, probably more than you need for one design. I was saying on Wednesday, anything that's left over, I normally pop out and then just keep them in a little plastic bag with the kit. You've got the bows to decorate with. All the flowers are intended to be decoupage. So you start off with the largest one, and then you'll have the relative pieces to build up on. You can see that you've even got the little button to build up on here. And the bit that I like about this as well, you know, being a frugal crafter, is that they're done on double-sided pieces. So even when you've popped out all the bits, anything that's left, I normally go along with one of my punchers and just punch, you know, flowers and things like that out and just save those in a pot so that you're not wasting anything. So first one is that lilac one, and then you've got, I'll turn them over for you. This was the one that I made on the show on Wednesday. So you've got that lovely barrel shape there with the base, and then this is the top piece with all the extra embellishments. So you can see that this is the same shape to start and build up. So you just need some foam pads to add to this. So that's the pink one. Gorgeous, gorgeous colour there. Different shape handbags each time, and you get that main one and then the decorative one to do all the embellishments with, even down to the little tassel that you can fasten on there with a bit of thread. And then you've got it in pale blue. Again, tons and tons of sentiments. You know, the ones that are left over you can use in your other projects. You can see there that you've got that decoration that matches again. Gorgeous butterflies in that one as well. And then you've got a pale blue one back in that barrel size, barrel shape again. And when you look at the matching one, you can see that you've got the clasp top to fit on it there. Absolutely gorgeous. They'd make a great gift, you know, sort of a Christmas gift. That's the one that we started with. And then the last one is, I've lost a bit. Have I taken too many there? I've lost a bit. There should be a spare bit that goes with that one somewhere along the lines. I don't know. I'll have a look. It's somewhere. But obviously you need the base to go with that one. That's the flap and the embellishments. So that's our handbag kit. All right. So let's just pop those back together. And then we're going to go to the double Dutch card
Ooh,
kit. Okay.
love that.
So double Dutch, what I mean by this, I'll just grab one of these. I've dropped my envelopes. I forgot to say that each kit comes with the pack of envelopes for all the designs to fit in afterwards. But what I mean by double Dutch is this. So you've actually got the means of making something like this that's got the little doors that open at the bottom. Okay, and Joe and I had a look at this because I wasn't familiar with the term, but apparently it is a style of door, a double Dutch door that opens top and bottom. And then this bit lifts up, but they do actually, once you've opened the doors at the bottom, they will actually stand with that top piece resting on it. So again, you can see all those decoupage pieces there. So you get the card blanks again, makes 24 complete 5x7 cards. And again, we've got, let me just take some of these pieces. You can see we've got the blank cards here to make. All right, you've got the little bits to do the decoupage with, the matting and layering, and then you've got all the embellishments that pop out. These are all die cut ready, so you literally just snap them from the card and they're all going to pop out of there for you ready. As I say, all you would need is either some foam pads, or if you prefer to work with the 3D Collal glue, your hot glue gun, whatever your method of sticking is. That gorgeous green, it even tells you look, where you need to actually pop the glue on them. And again, look at this. This is the one that we've just looked at here with that gorgeous sort of, it's almost like a horseshoe of like flowers. With a little ladybug on there, absolutely gorgeous look, and she's part of the set. So that was the apple green, the blue one, so base card, and all those sunflowers. Okay, then we've got the pinks, so similar colour scheme, beautiful designs. You've got that main sort of basic sentiment there going on, proper sort of turquoisey colour there, absolutely stunning, aren't they? And then that lovely corally pink there,
gorgeous, that colour.
Beautiful sort of, you know, sentiments in there. But you know, you might decide you want to keep this for a special card and just stamp a sentiment to put in. So whichever way you want to do it. So that's your double Dutch card kit.
That is great.
And then the last one is our reverse easel. So again, same idea. So we've got makes 24 complete 5x5 cards this time. And if you're not sure about the reverse easel, I'm going to make one of these for you so that you can see what they look like. So again, you've got those elements that make the easel card itself. So it's like a reverse easel, so it folds slightly differently. And then you've got all the images to pop out and decoupage to actually build up the details on it. So we've got purple again, we've got that lovely sort of corally pink going on there, base card, the little vase with all the flowers in, sentiments on there, so however you want to put them together. All right, so just be having a look at the colours, and at the end we'll decide which one we're going to put together. So you've got that lovely rich yellow, that's a pretty one with the all that sort of script in the background there with the green and lilac. That's nice gorgeous. Sort of spring colours there. The blues with the stripes, again that's got text on there, it's got the script on it with those lovely arrangements of flowers. And you're back to the pinks again. Absolutely beautiful. And in each one, I didn't point this out actually, in all three of the kits that we've got, you've got step-by-step instructions with the pictures on how to actually make them there. So any preference on colour?
Well, do you know what?
Ask all three Georges to vote.
Okay, what on colour?
On colour to make.
Okay, I like pink.
You like the pink?
I like the pink or salmon.
Georgina? Orange? George?
Go for orange. Go on, go for orange.
This one?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I've been
I
voted
know how
out.
Georgina likes her orange. Right, so what you'll need to do then is take one of the bases and one of the tops there. Pop those to one side, and then just pop the elements out. So you've got the base piece here already scored for you. All right, so you literally down the centre, you're going to fold this in to make like a valley fold. So fold it over. I tend to have my bone folder on hand. It's part of my basic kit. But then normally we would fold this way to make an easel card. Because it's a reverse, we're going to fold it back on itself. And then just make sure everything's lined up and give itself a score. So your actual reverse easel stands up like this, and then the detail is going to go on the front here. So again, decide what it is you want to use. So we'll take out the main vase there.
This is so good.
We will have a look at some of the decoupage pieces, and we'll put these on with some hot glue, I think. That one's... I don't know whether that matches or not. That one's definitely part there. I'm trying to just work out. That one goes, you know, it doesn't really matter where you put them. I've got some of those lovely flowers there. Okay, we've got one of the large lilies there as well, so we can have a go with this. I'm going to take the little bow out as well as decoration. We want a sentiment, so we'll pop one of those out, and I quite like the little stars as well, so we'll take a couple of those. So whatever it is you decide you want to use, and whatever's left over, I tend to pop these out and just pop them in a little bag rather than keeping the bits that have, it sort of weakens the background piece when you've popped bits out. So I'm going to use my hot glue gun just because it's sort of a little bit quicker here. Now if you want to shape these, again, really good quality cards, so you can just give them a little bit of a shaping with your fingers and then decide whereabouts you want to pop everything. So forgive me if these are not quite lined up. I'm going to put that one at the bottom there, and then we're going to go with those ones on the back there.
Loving that. Do you know, a lot of people are saying that they've not had seen some of these before. These great card making kits as well. A lot of love the double Dutch one as well.
Yeah,
a lot of people not seen that one before.
Isn't it?
Very different. Remember getting 100 bonus points on this as well. 100 bonus points and that incredible price. Look, this is exclusive to Crafters TV. This, yes, they won't be seen in any other market. These are exclusive to Crafters TV. If you want them, add them to your basket. Look how quick Jan is making this card. If you've got to make cards in a hurry, imagine how quick you go. Oh, just push them out. Who's to know? No one is to ever know how you've done it.
Nope.
Just look how simple it is.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this one at the bottom, okay, which does actually want to be, thinking about that now, it does want to be raised up.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to grab a couple of foam pads because this is what's going to stop the other piece from settling.
Yeah.
So let's just pop a couple of those in there. And then this is going to be raised at the front here to give me something for the other one to sit against.
Yeah.
And I know some people say to me, oh, I don't like the little pips that it leaves when you pop things out. As part of my kit, I've just got cheap as chips. I buy these in my local pound store, just cheap as chips emery boards.
Yeah.
And if you're not keen on those edge pieces where you pop the things out, you can literally just take your little emery board and just file them off the edge, smooth them off. All right, so again, you know, it depends on where you're at with it. This one now is going to stick just on the front, and then that's going to hold it open.
I see.
So I literally, let me just see if I've got another glue stick, because this one is on its way through. So we'll pop that in the back of there.
I love a glue gun.
Again, top tip for your glue sticks.
Right.
Just melt the end with the heat from there,
Yeah.
and then when you pop it through here, it's going to stick to the one that's already in. Okay, so again, I'm just going to pop.
I didn't know that.
Ah, there you go.
You've changed my life, Jan. You have changed my life.
So I'm going to position that one here and then stick it just in the centre, and I have done this very, very quick. All right, so I just need to make sure that that is burnished nice and tight so that it's going to stay put. There we go. You can see where we're heading with it now. And then I'm going to put, Georgina's happy. Yeah, it is a happy colour, I must admit.
Does it?
Shall we put that on the vase, I think, like that? Okay, and then we've got those little tiny stars. Oops, stay in there. I just need to make sure, as I say, that this is actually nice and tight so that it stays together. There we go.
Yeah.
And then just to finish off, we'll have one of the little stars on there, and we'll put the little baby one on the bottom. Perfect. So very, very quick, just off the cuff there, but you get the idea of how that reverse mechanism works as opposed to the usual easel card that we sort of do more often. But again, you know, you've got 24 of those designs, and I mean, I've done that very quickly, but you've still got, you know, the equivalent of making another vase up, which you could either use on the envelope, or you could actually make a different card with it, you know, use it, mix and match it with some of the things in your stash. Absolutely beautiful there. So that's your reverse easel pack.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Thank you very much for that, Jan. That easel card making kit, again, that simple set. How good is that? Add that into your basket, quick cards. Now listen, we are seeing some limited stocks. We knew it'd happen. The year of Craft limited stock. How many's left, Georgina? Less than a handful. And I've got big hands. Less than a handful. $34.99, $39.95. Less than 5, all right? So if you want them, now's the time. Remember, this is what you want. A year of craft. Big celebrations, 190 elements. Don't forget, though, the paper which complements that pack is still available. 8x8 inch paper pad, celebration with 48 sheets. You don't need to have the year of craft to have the pads. You can have that. In $9.99, $12.95, that pattern price. If that complement that, they're solid. We know how much you love your papers. 36 sheets here, 8x8 inch card pad. Celebration, the solid colours, that blue, red, white. Look at those pastels, loving that. $12.99, $14.95. Right, as we're having a celebration, shall we have a party? Whoop, whoop, it's a garden party. Yes, it is. It is. Don't know what's happened, I've had a coffee. It is Sarah's Garden Party Collection. This amazing set, this amazing deal here. Look, there's so many elements. 102 elements and 120 sheets of paper. £125, $180. That works out that you're paying for like less than an item each in pennies and cents. It's so cheap. And that platinum price, £100, $144. Wow. But I understand that's a lot there. There is a lot there. Let me break it down for you, what you get in this set. And we've also got some brilliant, that was beautiful, George. George is singing in my ear, he's like a little rapper. We have got some amazing little bundles for you as well. So maybe you just actually go, oh, I like a bit of that and a little bit of that. This may be for you. Let's break it down for you. We're going to the embossing first of all. This great little embossing deal here for you today. You can get the one, in fact, actually, should we do paper pads first? Let me do paper. I know how much you love paper first. Let's do paper. That is always the one that you love more is the paper. You are getting in your pad, you are getting this beautiful floral sheet, this beautiful, I mean, all the colours there, all the different lilacs and yellows, the different greens, the different oranges, a 12x12 pad there, and to go alongside that, the wonderful solid colours, the pearlescent colours. If you can see that in the light, look how shiny that is there in the light there. And to go alongside that, there is also the 6x6. It complements this wonderful 12x12 pad. Now remember as well, what we've done here is not squished anything in. What you are getting there is the wonderful smaller pad, the smaller selection. Nothing's been squished off or cut. It's all been made to fit. It's going to look absolutely lovely when you're working it all together. That is one bundle there for you, priced at an incredible £24 or alternatively $38. Buying that, you're saving yourself 15%. Right, let's then have a look at the embossing side of things. There's so much stuff, honestly. Behind here is organised chaos. Let's look at the wonderful embossing folders. It's I'm by myself, I've taken the leash off. Then if embossing is your thing, we've got the wonderful vintage paracels. Again, that is absolutely stunning there. Alternatively, and that comes with the towering teacups. Can you see there, that lovely lemon? Can you see that towering teacups? Again, absolutely stunning. £11.18, $15.95, 20% off there on the embossing. Alternatively, stencils might be your thing. Maybe you're into your stenciling. Let's have a look at what we've got here. We have got the wonderful delicate dollies, and as well the what are they called, dollies? Doilies, sorry. I was written on here. Right, I'm short-sighted. I can't see far away.
Delicate dollies.
Do you know what I called pale fig the other day? Fail pig. in front of Sarah.
We've got delicate dollies. We've got the lonely bee going on.
I'm gonna start working in the branding. I'm gonna start getting some great jobs. Thirdly, that comes with the traditional lace. That again, more stencils there, looking lovely. Again, you know what you're getting. You don't need me to tell you what you're getting. I'll tell you wrong. 20% off there, £7.98, $11 for you there. Alternatively, right, let me go. You're all right, keeping up. Right, let me get more for you. Maybe die cuts are for you. Maybe dying is not dying. Maybe dies are your thing. Can you tell it's the last show? Can you tell I've been doing a lot of work this week? I've never done a proper job in my life. Right. Let's do rosettes. Beautiful rosette. This is another element set for you. This is the metal die collection. That's what I meant to say. In this wonderful collection, you're going to get the beautiful rosettes, and then you're also going to get the summertime pennant. Then you also, I mean, the delicacy on this, your delicate roses as well. Again, that absolutely stunning. That green card which comes within the set is beautiful. Then as well, you also get in the whimsical balloons. Again, do you know what I love? There's so many different options for this. It's getting your money's worth. There it is. There it is. The whimsical balloons. How many things could you use that for? Then as well, you've got the ornate lace. And then I love this, the party and celebrate as well is coming part of the bundle. So many uses for that, something that you can use for every day. The metal die set for you there, that is priced, let me remind you, the price there is $45.54 or $59, saving yourself 20% off on that. And then as well, you've got the stamps as well. There's more. Georgina's going, right, let's go to Jan. Let's go to Jan. Forget Jan, I've got more for you. Right. Breathe, innit? Let's go and do it, right. It's warm in here.
Let me know if you need some money in the slot.
That's all right, yeah. Put 20 pence in. Right, you've got the happy summertime. Again, more different items that you can use this for. All the different fizz and sizz and things, all the numbers, the party, the celebrate, the birthday. That is coming there, the happy summertime that you can be getting there for you. Then as well, you've got the stamps as well for the summertime florals. Again, a beautiful collection. How many things could you use this for? Then we're bringing in that mix there with the dies and the stamps. The time for tea, the spoons, the sugar cubes, the macaroons, or macaron if you're plural. And then as well, you've got this again with the vintage bird cage. I love that film. There you are, all the different ornate lace and the bird cage, the stamps, the thank yous. And no, is it over? Is it over? Is it echo over? It's not over till the fat lady sings. Then as well, you've got the last one, the dainty lace as well. If this is your thing, again, another great bundle there. That is priced. What is that priced at? There's so many prices. $48.76, $56.60. Right. Alternatively, just buy it all. Just buy it all. Buy the lot. Buy the lot. You're going to get the best price. If you've seen a few items there that you like, the price that you're going to get in that for, you might as well just buy the entire bundle. If you like the stamps and you like the dies, you might as well just push that a little bit further and get everything there in the collection, especially at platinum price, £100, $144. Jan, take over. I need a gin. I need a gin is what I need.
Oh, have you done now?
I'm done. And also, I'm joking.
It is. It's absolutely gorgeous, this one. I just think, you know, the signature collections have always been a favourite of mine. I love working with paper products, but I've got a few samples to show you, and then we're going to do a demo with just some of the elements out of there. So that's that gorgeous rosette made up, and you can just see, look at the depth on there, absolutely beautiful. Now, I used to make these just cutting a piece of paper, and I used to spend an age with my scoring board, scoring all the way along it. This does it all for you. The die works it all out. All you have to do is stick it together and away you go. So paper's in there, the celebrate is part of the kit, absolutely beautiful. Again, that gorgeous edge die you can see on the card there. Now I'm going to use it slightly differently because I've snipped into it and taken some bits off it, and that bird cage is going to feature in my demo as well. Beautiful. And the papers again are gorgeous. It may be that you want to do the tea party invites, you know, if you're having a coffee morning or something like that. This one's ideal for sort of making an invite or a party invite with the teacup on. Again, stamped onto the cardstock. Could stamp it and colour it. You could stamp it onto the pattern papers. Again, what about making your own little gift tags?
Wow.
This is actually that pennant.
That's gorgeous.
Cuts out the eyelet layer and then the paper layer. And then you've also got the circles are in that same kit. And then we've just stamped it up with some of those details from the stamp kit. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, those balloons, you know, take it to a different level. Look how colourful that one is.
Wow, love that.
Stamps in there, that balloon edge on the front and on the inside. You're invited, you know, make it to a party. Absolutely gorgeous. And then again, sort of very typically British there, I think, with this one, with the teacups and those edgeables there as well. So again, lots and lots to play with, but the secret is with the signature collections is that you know it's all going to work together beautifully. So I went through my collection and I pulled out several of the elements. So I'm going to do the bird cage.
Yep.
So let's take these out and show you actually what I mean, because you've got stamps and dies again in here. So this is gorgeous as well. You've got that lovely stamped lace which you can extend if you wanted to use this, you know, across a piece of scrapbooking paper or something like that. The papers are not coated, so you can stamp straight onto the top of the papers, but I wanted the actual bird cage for my design, and I've just done that with some quick dry ink, and I've stamped it in the sandstone first and then just added a little bit of the grasshopper on the foliage there just to make it sort of two-tone, and you get the dies with that to actually cut out all the pieces, including the little sentiment again there. And then I've also used the little rose, and I've done that in 3 separate colourways and coloured it in there. You can just see that stamp set just there. So that's going to be for our set. So that was the first one. And then I took the set that had, I love, the parasol's got to be a favourite in here. It really has. And again, this is a stamp and die set. So you've got the stamps there. You can see where this one's being used.
Yeah.
And I've stamped out the parasol again in the quick dry inks to just use on our design there. Again, lovely lace elements in this one. And you've got those metal dies to cut all the pieces out there as well. So that was the second one. And then I also chose that edge die. Absolutely beautiful. It's stunning, this. And you get 2 pieces of metal in here. So this actually cuts you out the edge piece itself. All right, so it's got a cutting edge all the way round, so you will get this shape cut out. But if you want to mat and layer and marry up the edges of the paper, this is a great one for actually putting with it. Or you can actually cut your card blank to sit this, and it gives you that space to mat and layer with it. So the fact that you've got the separate edge there is brilliant. Now what I did with mine, I've actually started prepping some of this, and this is the same die, but I just chopped, I didn't want the loopy bits on the outside. So I've just been in with my scissors when I die cut it and snipped it here to take that bit off the edge. And I've ended up with like a completely different looking piece.
Absolutely.
So don't be afraid to snip into those. So we're actually going to make like a tri-fold card with this one, because I wanted to show off as much of the different colour schemes and things that we've got. So what I'm going to do, pop that back in there, is bring in, I've got my card blank, okay, which is literally just 3 pieces. So I've got 2 folded, and then I've added a third one on. It's just stuck on the back there. So I've chosen 3 of the different colour schemes. So we're going to have the blue piece in the middle. I've got blue on all the backing, and this is the pearlescent card from the pad. Piece of the blue, and these are from the 6x6 paper pad. We're going to have the lemon one at this end, and we're going to have the pink one at this end. So we're going to make that sort of tri-fold.
Absolutely.
Now in the centre of here, I want to use that gorgeous Delicate Roses one. So we're going to die cut this, and it's a gorgeous little 4x4 die on this one. So pop that to one side. Take this out, and it's like a little mini creator card die. It's got a cutting edge all the way around, so it's literally going to cut me the whole shape out. And I've just got a scrap of the pearlescent blue again that we're going to work on, and I'm going to stick it in the middle because I know that bit's going to come out. So we'll pop the tape on there, and then grab my plates again. So I've just got those junior plates. Pop this one on here, and then the 2 shims and my top cutting plate, and we'll pass that one through the Gemini there. Let's just touch some of those up.
Through they go. So much love for this card. Love the set, the colours, the blues, loving that. Back to those kits, if you remember the kits that we had earlier. Deborah Wood on YouTube. These cuts would make good to practice making cards. They'd be good if you're brand new to crafting.
Absolutely.
Great starter. Lynn Harvey on Facebook. These are for quick cards for when you need one in a hurry. And she also says, get some oxygen for me. I think you might need it. I've had a coffee. It's fine. There's no Baileys in, I promise. I wish.
Right, now then, I've just been showered with bits out of that one. Okay, so literally just take this, just ease it out gently. And there we go. And we've just got 1 or 2 little pieces left. But absolutely gorgeous. As I say, you might just want to make a batch of smaller cards. I'm just sort of seeing this in all the different colours. And then put them together in a little gift box. And they would make great sort of gifts, you know, just little thank you notelets or something like that. Would be lovely. Just on that 4-inch size. Have we got all the pieces out there? Looks that way. So again, we'll move all that to one side for a second. And what I want to do is actually bring these back in. We'll stick these on. So I've got the blue one for the left hand side. Sorry, the pink one, should I say. No, it's on a blue background. It's getting late. So this one's going to go on here. And again, I've just done that 1/4 inch increment on the mats and layers. And then the lemony coloured one is going to go. And I'll tell you a funny story with this one. I was sat prepping this, was it last night or the night before? A couple of nights ago, I think, getting all the pieces ready. And very foolishly on my desk, I had left, I used an old jam jar that I used for my paintbrushes and water. and it was on the desk here, and I went to reach for something, and as I came back I knocked the paintbrushes, which I could kick myself for, because when I worked in school it was the one thing I would never let the children do. Do not leave your paintbrushes in the pots for the same reason. But didn't take my own advice, caught the brushes, the whole lot came tumbling down, and this got a lovely wash of murky sort of paintbrush water on it, so I had to start all over again. The card, you can just see a little bit here on the back where it got. I thought nobody's going to see the back, but the rest of it I had to start all over again. I die cut all this. I was like, oh my days. Note to self: take brushes out of the actual kit. All right. So we're going to pop this one on here. So that dotty tape pen's going to be perfect for this one. So we've got a double-sided tape, the same strength as what's in our normal tape pen, but it's in a dot form. So nice and light across the back of all your die cuts here, and some magic happens. I love how Leanne won't tell us how she did it, but we've got magic happening in the sense that the dots only stick to where there is cardstock, and when I show you in a second what I mean, there is no sticky on my mat here. They just sit where the cardstock is.
Clever,
it's
isn't
clever,
it?
very clever. So that one's going to stick in the centre of there, and then literally we're just going to use those other elements to embellish. So that one's going to be the main feature in the middle there. Just make sure we've got everything stuck down there, and then we'll bring in those others. So I'm going to go pink on pink and pop the parasol at this side. So we're going to keep these nice and flat at the minute because I don't want to create too much bulk in there. So that one's going to go on here, and really, really nice soft colour palette in this particular design there. So this one's going to sit at this side. Okay. And then I have got a sentiment for each side. So I've stamped out these from the packet with the sentiments in, and I've just edged this one with lemon ink to match that lemon theme at that side. And then I've done the same. We've got birthday wishes there out of one of the sets, and I've edged that one with the pink. So we're going to go this way to echo that at this side. And then those last little 3 sets of flowers, I've done one in each colour, so we can actually pop these on the respective pieces. So we've got the pink one there is going to sit on the top of there, and then I've got one that I've done in the yellow tones, which is going to go on the top of there. So again, if we lift this one up now, you've got that sort of trifold that all sits together. We'll just reinforce those fold lines there. And then when you open it up, you've got that lovely trifold design with all the different sort of elements and colours and pieces out of that garden party. And again, you know, I mean, I've only used sort of 4 different pieces out of that set. There are so much bits and pieces in there to play with, as George has just very, very eloquently took us through there, didn't you, George? Even with the dollies in there as well.
Eloquent again. So much so, we're going to do it all over again. I'm joking. No, don't you worry. Listen, let's look at the other collection. Can you imagine? Let's have a look at the collection again. So remember, 102 elements in this collection, 120 sheets of paper, £125, $180. That is an amazing saving. Plus, as well, saving yourself 15%. So, you've changed. It's all my lines of life just flashing before my eyes. A platinum prize, £100, $144. It's so good. It's so much love for you. Honestly, it's organised chaos this evening. So, let's break it down. Remember, you might not want this entire collection. Let's have a look at what you can get individually, the smaller bundles. Let's take you with that cardstock. So much love for the cardstock. Sarah Signatures, the wonderful garden party paper card collection, 120 sheets. You've got the 12 by 12 and the 6 by 6. £28, $38, saving yourself over 15%, and that incredible platinum price as well. Maybe embossing folders are your thing. This great embossing folded duo. You've got the vintage parasol and the towering teacups measuring 5 inches by 7 inches, 3D, £11.18, $15.92, saving yourself 20%. Then that incredible stencil collection, I daren't say this now, the delicate doilies and the traditional lace borders, £7.98. Look at that price. Even at not platinum price, that's an incredible price, $11.12, saving yourself 20%, and that wonderful platinum price under 10. Then we have got the die collection, over 23 elements in this. You have got the great rosette, you've got the summertime pennant, the delicate roses, the whimsical balloons, the ornate lace, the party word, and the celebrate word. £45.54, $59.72, and that platinum price is collection. And then you've got the garden party stamp and die collection. Again, some great, wonderful things on there. Now remember, listen, look at all these wonderful things there. Happy summertime, the summertime florals, the time for tea, vintage birdcage, and dainty lace. If you're looking at that and thinking, well, I want the stamps and I want the dies, look, for an extra 20 odd so, you can get the full set. You might as well just push that full set and go for it all there. For what it's going to cost and what you are going to get for your money is incredible. So much love for it today. So, maybe you're into colouring. Maybe you're wanting pencils. Maybe you are wanting pencils and, well, listen, I've got pencils for you. So many different collections on the pencils. 120 pencils in the colour blend. So many different colours. I'm going to show you some of these wonderful shades on the colour blend pencils here. They are incredible. All the different shades that you can get within the pencils is incredible. So much love. Now this is your primary colours here for you. Again, everything here that we give you at Crafters Companion allows you to create some amazing different items. Here you've got your florals. Florals, it says naturals. It says naturals. That's all right. I'll let you off. All right, there you are. There, they're your naturals colours again, and you can see why it's called naturals. Then you've got florals. There, you know it's more florals, isn't it? You've got all the blues and the blues, the pinks, the purples, everything there. Then you've got the essentials. Again, all those standard colours that you'd ever see. And then you've got the shade and tone. Again, so much love for that as well. Again, if pencils are your thing, that is half price, a bargain. Imagine that's someone who's in your life who's a big colourer, Christmas, maybe birthdays, that's perfect for them. Right, then we are going to the Aqua Blend pencils. So many Aqua Blend pencils, 60 different elements here. Now, we've started off here with the wonderful earth tones. Again, I'll open this up. Hopefully they don't go everywhere for you. This is what you are getting in the set there. And look at all those great colours. Like you see, they are called earth tones. Again, you can see why, the greens, the blues, everything there for you. Then you've got your primaries again. And they're so good on the blending. That's what is so good about the water there. And then you've also got the florals as well on that. Again, so many different colours. Again, this is a perfect little set for someone. Right, let's get the incredible metallics out for you as well. So, they come in this wonderful little tin, a great little set there, and this is what you'll be creating again. These are the metallics that you're going to be getting. The light blue, the green, purple, silver, gold, rose gold, yellow, pink, mica, blue, yellow, and nickel. That is what you're getting in this tin. Again, imagine someone, this perfect little stocking filler for Christmas, and at that price, that is going to be perfect for someone who's just getting interested into the metallics. So much colour. Look at that. So good. Now, listen, between me and you, if you looked at that and gone, well, I like that, and I like that, I've got a deal for you. You can get the full set. You can get the By the Show Pencils collection, 216 elements. But if your maths are right and you're going, hang on a minute, that's not that, that's that, they're missing something. If you buy the show collection, you're getting another set absolutely free. Let me show you. It's more Aqua Blends, okay? And what you're getting is these the essentials mix, okay? So this is the different shades that you're getting. They're more fleshy tones, skin tones, darks, hair colours, blondes, browns. Again, this is what you're getting. These are the different shades you're getting, and this is what they come in here. Again, a great little tin. You can see the colours at the bottom. If I open it up for you there, everything is there for you in these pencils. Aqua Blend. This is what you're getting free if you buy the show option with the pencils. So many different shades, so many different skin tones. The Essentials collection comes free if you buy the show pencils. Over 260 pencils. Jan, what are we saying about our watercolour pencils?
I'm actually sat here with my mouth open because I know for a fact that these tins retail at $24.99 each, George.
Yeah.
So I'm just stood here thinking, all that for that price, especially the platinum price, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at the colour blends, we're going to have a look at the aqua blends as well. So two different sides of the coin sort of thing. If you think of them a bit like your alcohol markers versus your water-based markers sort of thing, but in pencil form. So what I've done is I've taken the primary set first, because this was, when I used to get, as a lot of you know, I used to work in our Chesterfield store before I came here, and I used to get asked a lot about this, and I think this one's a really good, if you are just buying the one tonight, the primary is a really good one to start with. It's got all your core colours in there, and they will actually blend together. So you can see across there, you've got pretty much the whole spectrum of colours in some shape or form there. So a nice one to start with. So these are actually artist quality premium pencils. So if I take one of these out of here, and we'll just have a look at the two, I've got Seafoam there and the emerald one. We'll go for the leaves on here.
Yep.
In fact, before I do that, I'll show you some blending. But again, as I say, artist quality pencils. They are pretty much, apart from the pigment in there, they are wax based inside. Now I don't mean that they're a wax crayon, they are a pencil crayon, but a lot of pencil crayons that you buy, specifically inexpensive ones, have a lot of filler in them. They have chalk or talc or things like that in them to make up what we refer to as the lead. This is actually wax based, and it gives you a much softer, creamier sort of colour, and it allows you to blend them better, and you don't get, I know how frustrated I used to get as a youngster, because I've always loved colouring even as a child, but when you sharpen the pencil and the lead breaks, and you sharpen it and it breaks, and you end up with a little bit like this left because it's just broken all the way down. These won't do this. If they do, if for any reason you've dropped the tin or you drop a pencil and it does actually damage what's inside the core, little top tip for you is just on a warm, not a hot, just a warm hot water bottle wrapped in a towel. Lay your pencils on it for a few minutes just to warm them through, and it'll soften the wax, solidify the core, and you're back to square one again. You can't do that with an ordinary pencil. So you've got that sort of there just in case as an emergency measure if for any reason anything gets damaged. But just to show, I'm going to save those two to colour the leaves in on here. Let's have a look at a nice sort of strong colour for you. We'll go, seeing as we're at Crafters, we'll go with the purple. But just to actually pop some of this down now, and again, depending, there are loads and loads of videos, particularly Colour Me Happy shows where we talk about these, and the further up the pencil that you actually hold it, the lighter it will go. So if you want to start out laying down some colour that is just light, hold your pencil nearer the top, and you can't press on at that angle, whereas down here you can really get some depth of colour. So you know, this is just one pencil, but we're already building up sort of 3 different shades of colour in it. And then also the beauty of these, and I don't think we've got this on the show, last time I checked it was out of stock, but we will be working on getting it back in. This is our blending solution which emulsifies the wax. So when you've been working with them, again, something I used to hate when I was younger was when you got the lines in, no matter how you did it, you'd get lines in your pencil colouring. Didn't matter how many times you went over it, you'd get those what you call scratchy lines in it. Whereas when you use the blending solution, I'm just going to pop that in, okay, and literally pop this over the top, it blends out all those lines and sort of emulsifies the wax so that you get that really nice smooth finish on it there. And again, if I do the top one for you up here, you can see how it goes from being that little bit scratchy to really smooth colours on there. That one's not so bad because we put quite a lot down, but what you can do then is actually drag some of that colour out as well. So you can see there where it's actually moving it down to a lighter shade. So, you know, direct to paper, this is our stamping card. It will work on the Nina cardstock as well. So what I'm going to do is just do a little bit on, this is the stamp that we used earlier from the Year of Craft box. So again, just to give you some in context, if we actually hold it further up and apply that light shade just in there first. All right, I'm going to move a little bit further down just to get a little bit more depth of colour so that you guys can see that nicely. Okay, so again, if you're a little bit, I know some people are a little bit afraid of the alcohol pens. They're not quite sure how to use them. This is a means of allowing you to get the colour in there, but not having to worry about the alcohol. And then I'm going to take a slightly darker shade now, and where I want it to have some depth, okay, and then just actually bring that emulsifier in again, that blending solution. Just got quite a bit on there. Get rid of the purple off it. And again, this will blend out now into the light one. It's got, I quite like that little purple hue
That's
to it,
gorgeous,
actually. Yeah, it makes it look quite realistic. But you can see how it blends it all out into one shade. And you can add to it. You can bring that darker one in again on here and add a bit more depth in. And then again, blend it back in. And we sell the paper stubs as well.
Yeah.
So if you've not got one of those, it is just recycled paper that's really sort of done really tightly. But you can see how you can get that sort of almost like alcohol colouring look.
Yeah.
But without the alcohol. Okay. So I'm just going to very quickly flick over to the watercolour ones, the aqua blends as well, because that's a slightly different system. And I have still got a demo on to fit in. I'm just looking at the time. I don't know whether I'm going to get everything fitted in. Now then, my producer's just saying, shall we do demo of the show first?
Yeah, let's do demo of the show before
right,
we do
let's do
the aqua
that,
blend.
and then I'll come back to the aqua blend.
Okay, let's do demo of the show.
So, top of the show, then we started out with our Year of Crafts box.
Yeah.
So let me just move all these to one side so that you guys can see. So we had that take on the one that was in the little craft booklet in there. So that was number one from the Year of Crafts. Next we did Beautiful, which was the Nature's Garden collection there.
Yeah.
And we made that little tent style Beautiful one. That was number 2. Okay, number 3 was the Nutcracker. Okay, so we made the little stepper card there with all the, let's move these again, all those little characters from the Nutcracker. That was number 3. I'm going to lay that one down. Number 4, we snuck in the cheeky little reverse easel card from the card kits.
Yeah.
Number 4. And then I'll lay that one down so that we can see. The last one was that triple from the garden party with all the details on there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 tonight we've got.
Perfect. Now, and usually on a Sunday we would do demo of the show, demo of the day, demo of the week. But actually it's the 1st of August and we did the demos all yesterday. So this week, well, starting tomorrow, there's going to be, on next Sunday, there's going to be 8 demos of the day. So it's going to be even more competition. So today we're just looking for demo of the show and then we'll do demo of the day. A few minutes on that. Right, back to our aqua blend pencils.
Right, so you can see, same format. So you've got the colour blend tin, okay, and the aqua blend. So Spectrum Noir, same format going on here, but the aqua blend are a water based pencil. So these are actually for watercolouring. Again, you can see you've got that gorgeous Spectrum. This is primaries again.
Yep.
Specifically pick those because if they are a good starting point if you want to try these and build on them later. Although seeing that price for the whole collection, I'm like, wow. As I say, I know how much these cost normally.
55% saving.
With the aqua blends, again, a minute anything, you've heard me say this so many times, the minute anything's water-based, it brings a whole different level of colouring. So let's take that lovely sort of turquoisey colour out there. And again, same principle. If you hold it high up, you're going to get that lighter shade. And this I've changed to watercolour card now because we're going to add water to it. And then I'm going to go a bit further down so that we can get a bit more depth of colour. And then I'm going to change to a red tone and go right down to the bottom, and you can just see how it's actually covering much, much better. All right. And then I've just got some water this time in my pot with a paintbrush. And what I want to do again is not saturate the brush, but we can actually start and just look.
Oh, wow.
I just think this speaks for itself.
Yeah.
You know, you can blend them out and get rid of the lines off here so that it all blends out beautifully. And again, just not saturated the brush, you know, make sure there's not too much water on there. This was the same colour.
Look at that.
But again, look at the
Just richness of the colour.
So if you like the watercoloured effect, this is the one. And then we've got the red. And the reason I chose the red, look at that.
I want to say, Jen, I'm really impressed you've not knocked the water over yet.
Oh, now, do you know my favourite trick, George, when I'm at home, is the brush goes in the coffee. I usually have my coffee and my pot there with my jam jar, and you can bet your life it ends up in the coffee. So what I want to do now then is I'm going to come back to that red.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the red down. Okay. And we're going to put the blue down. And we all know from school that when you mix red and blue, I'm going to take a slightly darker one, we're going to get a third colour. So these are primary colours, we're going to make a secondary colour. And that's the beauty about these. Because they are water-based, we can take one of them and we can take the second one and we can actually run them into each other and make the third colour there in the middle. Okay, so you can do these, you know, you can use them for your colouring just the same as you do the alcohol pens.
Yeah.
You can use them to colour in images, you could use them to make backgrounds with. One of the great techniques that I've seen done with these, and I think it's our Debs that does it, our Debbie Robinson, is when you're sharpening, I mean this is a new set, so these are all beautifully looked after at the minute, but if you get one, you know, like mine would be the pink one that tends to go down first because I love my pink.
Yeah.
Once it's got down and you're ready to sharpen, top tip, we do actually do a pencil sharpener for these pencils, they're both the same size. And top tip with this, and this was something I learned when I started working for Crafters Companion. How many times have you took the pencil sharpener, churned away with the pencil?
Yeah.
Yep. Leanne, and Leanne just speaks gospel. We listen to everything our Leanne says because she knows everything there is to know about all this. You turn the pencil sharpener.
Right.
And it doesn't splinter it the same.
I see.
Absolutely amazing. I was just like, wow. The only thing that we would recommend that you don't do with these, and I have seen people do this in the past with watercolour crayons, is to take your brush to the end of the pencil, all right? Because it's going to damage what's in there. It's, if you get the wood and the barrel wet, it's going to start causing problems with the rest of it. So I wouldn't bother on that basis. But the technique that our Debs does is when she's sharpening, if you spray your paper first with a bit of water, and then let the sharpenings drop onto here, take away the wood part, the actual pigment from the crayons will start giving like a firework effect in the water that's on the paper.
So good.
Just amazing technique where you actually sort of those little shavings, and again, you know, you can shave them all into a pot and take the wood piece out and then just sprinkle them onto the wet paper. Gives a really, really good effect. But again, just where are we? Just let's take the yellow one. Just before I finish, I'll give you a different, so yellow and the red is going to make orange, isn't it? So
while you're doing that, can I just ask, Pamela Evans asked on YouTube, you know you were saying about the pencils before have the wax in there. What's in the, she wants to know, is the aqua pencils, do they have wax? Don't they have wax?
Not the
What's
wax,
the
no, obviously, because wax won't work with water. All right, so these have just got the pigment in there and they've got that sort of carrier in it, but you've got the ability to actually loosen these with the water. And you can see how we've got that orange in the middle there, from the yellow to the orange. But again, really nice. If you're sort of like watercolouring, these are great for making sort of landscapes and things like that, and that's why we sort of paired all the colours with the ideas. You've got those sort of earthy tone ones, you've got the skin tone ones, depending on what it is you like to colour. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. The one thing that I didn't show you as well on the going back to the colour blends is you can actually use them over the top of your alcohol markers as well. Again, if you flick back through some of the shows, we've got some beautiful examples of things coloured with alcohol markers. With the blends, the 3-pen blends look beautiful on their own. Add the colour blends to them and get even more depth of shade on them, and they look stunning. Actually blow you out of the park, some of the girls, some of the team that have done the colouring. So yeah, beautiful to work with, they really are.
Absolutely. 216 elements there on this collection. At that price, it's a steal. And remember, if you buy the show bundle on the pencils, you get that beautiful primary tone set free. You can't buy that separately at the moment. Right, demo of the show. We've got a winner. It's number 5 is our demo of the day, the Garden Party collection.
Oh, the triple one.
Yeah, from
Lovely.
the demo
Thank
of the
you very much.
show. So we now got a vote for demo of the day. So we start, remember, maybe that's our demo of the show. So will that be a demo of the day? Let's remind you what we've had. Remember, we aren't doing demo of the week or because we did all that yesterday because it's the end of the month yesterday. So this day's winner will go into next Sunday's demo of the week. 8 different ones. Let's start with Bernie's creation this morning, the cylinder carry case, again with the drawstring in there. That is demo number 1. Then demo number 2 of the day was made by the lovely Jan with this wonderful, our small embossing folders. You remember that? With these beautiful hearts, Queen of Hearts embossing folders. What was that you used on the hearts there to give that shiny effect?
It's just clear embossing powder.
Clear
so I've
embossing
actually
powder.
cut the hearts out, put them in the ink pad to pick up the colour.
Yeah.
Clear embossing powder 3 times. It's what we call triple embossing, gives you that really glassy finish on them.
Yeah. And that's demo number 2. Or will it be demo number 3, which is the demo of the show today? That wonderful Garden Party collection, that triple card there. That's demo number 3. Few moments on that. Let's find out which demo will be the winner today. Right, let's go to our Nutcracker box. Let me remind you of this, the wonderful Nutcracker collection. So let's do a little unboxing. Again, listen, there's 315 elements in this today. It was only released the other day and it is such a beautiful collection. 315 elements, priced at $39.99, $44.80, and that platinum price is incredible. And we're still giving you an extra 50 bonus points if you buy this today. Buy it today, you're saving yourself 10%. Jan, let's have a look inside the Nutcracker box.
Absolutely, yep. So I just love the fact that it comes in the presentation box. You know, it's got all the imagery on the front. It's got the details on the edge of it. So if you want to stand this on the shelf, you know, with any of your other collections, you can see straight away what's in there and packaged beautifully.
Yeah.
It says includes over 315 elements, and on the back you've got a sort of a very sort of basic list as to what is in there. So let's have a look inside, and again, as we're accustomed to, let me just grab those spares. You've got that beautiful sort of tissue paper in there. It's got the signature stamp on it, and inside here, let's see what we've got going on. So I'm going to bring out the bits and pieces from the top, because this is the main sort of staple part here. We've got the die set and the stamps, and every time I get this out, it still surprises me as to how much is fitted on that sheet. There isn't a space left that you could fit anything in. So we've got all the characters from the Nutcracker story there, with all the extras, a few little baubles, hanging baubles, the presents. You've got loads of different sentiments in there, and you get the set of dies to actually cut the majority of those pieces out. The only one that hasn't got her own die is the Sugar Plum Fairy in the middle there. But you do get extras, because you've got the Christmas tree on there that isn't part of the stamp set, and you get those lovely sort of labels as well that fit the stamps themselves, little tag in that one as well. So that's the sort of main elements in there. And then, as always, you're going to get your card blanks. So you have got your typical 6x4, 6x6, 5x7, along with matching envelopes in them there. And in this particular one, we've given you a 2D embossing folder, again with that gorgeous scene on there to use as a background to then build the characters. So you've got the curtains with the bed, but we've also got stencils in here as well, and you can see this top one's just got the top element of this on. So if you want to emboss it and then add some detail over the top, you can just use the stencils on their own as well to just create a background. So those will work independently. And then, of course, as always, you've got a selection of papers and cardstock. So again, I have got all the different, some of mine are cut into because I've been using my box. They're all double-sided. You've got all the plaid designs on the back, but again, just to go a little bit slower, some plain, some of them have got those gorgeous details on. Absolutely beautiful, a real vintage theme to them there. And again, the bits that I've got left over, I would use this to make a card front in its own right, absolutely there. And I think I've got the Nutcracker left there as well that I've cut off a piece, so keep that safe. And then again, as we're used to, we've got those double-sided pieces of card in the matching colour scheme. So lots of different ones. I love that deep wine one there. Works gorgeous with the craft card. And then, of course, we've got, let me just pop that to one side. There are a series of embellishments as well. So you get the 3 different widths of ribbon. So you've got the, I think it's 3/4 of an inch, I think. Yeah, 3/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch, and 1/4 of an inch in the 3 different colourways. And then we've got the coloured gems, and again, I love the little dewdrops. Clear little dewdrops, but these will actually take your alcohol markers as well if you wanted to add colour to them. Jam-packed full of anything that you might want to use, but as I say, a one-off. When the boxes have gone, that's it. We won't be reprinting it. We won't be restocking it. It is just the stock that we've got in at the moment.
Absolutely. If you want that, it's time to take it out of your basket. We're approaching the end of an amazing day here on Crafters TV. Let's remind you what's coming up tomorrow again, as always, 12 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Eastern time, that I should say, is Wake Up Call with the wonderful Craig, and Ben's going to be here tomorrow, so make sure you're for that. And then Craft Along at 3 p.m. UK time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, along with Craig and Ben. And then Monday Makers again at 7 p.m. in the evening, 2 p.m. East Coast time. We've got a demo of the day. Drum roll, please. It's our wonderful Bernie. She's won it with us. I say as I chuck it down. It's our wonderful drawstring cylinder bag. Absolutely love this. I might have to take this with me for my lunchbox. It's just one, I can't take it, otherwise that'll go straight home with me for lunchbox. It was a close call. Like we said, there's no demo of the week today because we did that yesterday. Well, what a wonderful Sunday it has been. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much, Jan, for being here with me.
You're welcome. I'm back on Wednesday. I've got another launch on Wednesday for you, some more new products.
Absolutely lovely. Great to see you. Thank you to our wonderful Georgina and George working their magic behind the scenes, and our wonderful Tracy as well. And listen, I'm not back now till Saturday the 21st of August, which is always going to be a fun day, so make sure you join me for that. And a little sneak peek, I'm going to be here all bank holiday weekend in the UK. Yeah, I didn't book it off, so I'm here. But I can't wait to spend it with you. In the meantime, take care of yourself. I'll see you very, very soon. Make sure you check out those baskets, and we'll see you very, very soon. Be good, be safe. See you. Goodbye, everybody.